I am a phlebotomist. Oh my gosh, the secret is finally out. And yes, you guys may be wondering, how does a journalist become a phlebotomist? Well, I am finally ready to break it all the way down. Back in early 2020, I decided to take a class. Like, I just wanted to learn something new, enhance my skill set somehow, and then also make money. So I was doing research one day. Phlebotomy piqued my interest. And I just went to researching more about it. But somewhere along my research, I stumbled upon the fact that in order to practice as a phlebotomist, you need to have a medical degree. That's not what I want. I don't want anything long term where I gotta be in. I just want something quick, right? Short term. So that completely axed my whole phlebotomy dreams. So fast forward to spring of 2021. I'm having a casual conversation with my sister. She is a nurse at a local hospital. And so she was just telling me a story about one day at work. And she happened to mention one of the phlebotomists at her job. And I stopped her mid-sentence and I'm like, this person had to seek a medical degree, right? So she was like, no. Quickly schooled me, and she told me that most likely they either took training at a community college or hospital, and it usually takes 3 months. So I don't say anything else after that. But that night, I go back to searching again on YouTube, looking at different journeys to become a phlebotomist, training, all of that good stuff. So, my interest was there yet again, but I slept on it. I prayed about it. The next couple of days, I was going back and forth. I contemplated it even weeks after I contemplating it. Fast forward months later, I was just like, just do it. Just do it. And I registered for the fall semester. First day was September 20th, 2021, and leading up to it, like the weeks leading up to my class, like I was getting nervous. I didn't know what to expect. Only my immediate family knew. I told them in pockets just because I wasn't sure if I would like this. And I think my nerves were getting the best of me, feeling like, okay, why are you doing this? You don't want to go into the medical field. Are you wasting your time? What if you don't like it? You got to quit, all of that stuff. But then I got some sense of peace. I was like, again, it is a short-term thing. Somebody had told me, like, if you do end up not liking it, again, it's just less than 3 months. Just see it all the way through. You know what I mean? It's not gonna kill me. So somehow I just got peace, and I do think that's the grace of God. But the few weeks leading up to it, even the few days leading up to my first class, I was excited, especially the weekend before. Like, I was truly excited. And the day of, that morning at work, like I was vibing in my office. Like, I was dancing. Like, if anybody knows Forget Me Nots, that song by Patrice Rushen, old school music, I was jamming to that. Like, I was feeling myself. And then, like, maybe 30 minutes later, Ari Lennox's Pressure came on, and I was really feeling myself. And again, it was just, I was in such a great mood. And, I don't know what it is, but I really, really, really appreciated. I really felt good leading up to my first day of class. So this is day 1. I have my class in 25 minutes. I don't know what to think right now. I don't know. It's like all day I've been dancing, like really in a great mood. I just don't know what to feel right now, but jump, here we go. So the setup was, our instructor had told us from the beginning that each week, since it is twice a week for class, that one day would be dedicated to lab. That's the actual training, so actually practicing how to perform phlebotomy. And the other day would be devoted to lectures. So my first week went well. Like, even the first day of class, after learning, going through the syllabus and all of that, we learned we learned how to tie the tourniquet. Now, if you've gotten blood work done, you understand that that's that nice thick string that they put around your arm to tie it to help make the veins nice and plump. The second week now, and it's the first day of lab, official first day of lab, that we are actually practicing on mannequins. And then the following clips will help you understand, like, you know, what that really entailed. And keep in mind, because of you know, HIPAA violations, that's just, you know, protection, you know, in the medical field, privacy, that there was just some things in class that I couldn't capture, as well as, you know, me trying to focus and learn. So I had to do what I had to do. Okay, y'all, so I just walked out of class. This is the second day of lab. Okay, so we're working on hands. You know, the professor was saying that, you know, a lot of people takes a long time to, you know, stay on the hands when drawing blood, you know, practicing. So me and my classmate, we're working hard. Everybody is. And then me and my classmate decide to quiz each other. And so the assistant teacher was like, y'all want to draw blood on each other? So with some coercing a little bit, we draw blood on each other and no more hands! We did it! Oh my gosh! Like that, they said that never happened before, and we did it. Y'all, no more hands. I'll be drawing blood on people from this point forward after the first night of trying. Okay guys, so I just got some blood work done, and this is obviously doing phlebotomy. You try to look for experiences, you know, from other fellow phlebotomists. So the lady, she was really, really cool. She was nice, and from the minute I got there, I just been watching every move that she makes just to see if it coincided with what I learned in school. So a few things she did verify, you know, who I was, date of birth and all of that, but she never asked like the other pivotal questions like feigning or allergy that we learned in school. So that I took note of, and I'm going to mention it the next time I'm in class. But it was just interesting. Like, the flow of it was really, really smooth. Now, I've been on a fast or whatever, but I did drink water. I don't know if it was enough. So she was there for a while, but she didn't invert. So I'll ask my instructor about that. And yeah, but we had a nice little convo. She was I asked her how long she's been doing it. She's like, you know, a number of years and working for the particular company that she's with. She was just telling me about the benefits and all that. So it was interesting to see a fellow phlebotomist in a position, and I was just studying her, but that's it. So besides lab, we were required to complete an externship. So that is essentially like some clinical experience out in the field, actual hands-on training in order to get a license. We didn't have to find our own places where to intern at. The school provided that. Our instructor just placed us based off of our home address, what was nearest to us. So the actual organization that we worked with, it's a well-known one, so it's a chain. So we just went there. Everybody was assigned one person to each location. So it wasn't like we went as a group. We weren't partnered or anything. Everyone went to one single place by themselves. So you can imagine how scary that was. But leading up to it, you know, we just had to get scrubs, obviously. We just had to be ready, but that was basically it, and just taking the experience. So it was for 2 weeks. We were required to at least have 1 week of experience, but my instructor highly suggested that we took the 2 weeks off from either work or whatever obligation we had elsewhere. Take it off so we can complete this clinical experience.
In about 2 weeks, I will be starting my internship for this class, and that requires me to take off 2 weeks of work. I am here freaking out because tomorrow I will plan to tell my boss that I'll be taking off 2 weeks of work. That is possibly without pay, and just basically saying I'm going to be out for 2 weeks. And, you know, already he knows I'm taking a class, but I don't know, it just has me stressed. So, I don't know, I just had a little teary eye session. But I'm about to pray about it and try to go to sleep and let God do his thing. But a couple of times during this journey, I thought about, why am I doing this? Like, I don't foresee myself going beyond phlebotomy when it's not necessarily a long-term goal. Never would I think I would be buying scrubs. So today, clinical is literally, or externship is literally a week away. I just pulled up to Walmart, so come with me. Let's get these scrubs. It's getting so real. But y'all, come on, let's do this. Let's go. Y'all, I don't even know where to go. We just gonna find these. Walk around this store till I find them. Okay, found them. This is what happens when you start looking for your own thing and then you just look around and you find them. So they have some black and green ones over there. I don't know. Y'all know me. I like to jazz it up and always look cute. So these really not, looking all that cute to me. But I'm about to make it work. I don't know. Like, I feel like the pants are too big. I'm in the process of losing weight, so I don't know. I know I don't want them fitted. The shirt is fine to me. The pants, I feel like I should go down, and this is a size large. I don't know. I look so big in these. Like, I feel so roomy, but I'm gonna go with them. I might change the pants, but who knows? Okay, guys. So this is the Friday before my externship begins, as we like to call it, or internship. So I'm walking out of my office. This is real. I did mention that I was nervous about telling my boss I'll be taking off a couple of weeks, but very understandable. So I'm very grateful for that. Thank God. So this is me walking out. Oh my gosh, it's so surreal. Here we go. Good morning. It is first day. Y'all, I'm smiling, but I had to sleep in a little bit. It's 6:15. I'm supposed to get up at 6 o'clock. Your girl is tired. But we're gonna do this. I have to be there by 8 o'clock. Well, they open at 7:30, but my instructor was saying, give them some time and go in a little bit later. So 8 o'clock it is. Your girl is tired and a little bit nervous. I sound wide awake, but I wish I could be in the bed. But you know what? We're gonna do this. It's gonna be a great day, great 2 weeks. Okay, I got this. They're going to give us lab coats. We were told to have lab coats going into it, but last week, speaking to the our externship supervisor, or the head of the corporation that we'll be interning at, said that they will give us disposable ones. I guess with COVID, they don't want something in there going in and out. So this is the look. How y'all? What y'all think? What y'all think? Hey. Okay, y'all. I just arrived. I'm about to walk in. Feeling a little anxious, but you know, the first step is just going inside and introducing yourself. So that's what I'm gonna do. It is going to be a great day and a great 2 weeks. I'm gonna believe that. I am believing that. So, okay, here we go. Oh Lord. Please, open. So I'm waiting for my food. It's lunchtime. And I don't know, how long has it been? I don't even know what time. It's like 1:30 now. First day. It's been going pretty well. Just shadowing people, of course. Yeah. I'm having a good day, thank God. I am. I just don't know what to say yet. So, because of HIPAA, privacy reasons within the medical field, there was no content I could capture while I was completing my clinical experience. At this point, you know, again, it's 2 weeks of this. For the most part, I enjoyed it. It was just a different experience for me. I felt like there was someone who was very off-putting with their approach towards me and my learning experience that made my experience uneasy. Like, I remember after my first day, I wanted to leave. I didn't want to return. Every day after that, it was a struggle. It was an absolute struggle. Now, the workers there as a whole were great, very helpful, answered any questions that I had, you know, had no problem with me shadowing them. But I felt like one of the people who was in charge just wasn't helpful. They were just a different character. Again, I don't want to speak out of turn for anybody, but they were just a different type of person, and so I didn't like my experience there. There were good moments. Again, I had success with performing phlebotomy, meeting patients, getting a gist of the whole experience. Like, my first day when I got there, I threw myself into it because I felt like I needed to. One of the people in charge didn't feel like they had anything organized for me. They just left me to my own devices. Like, I get it, but if you know that someone is coming, wouldn't you prepare? Wouldn't you be more welcoming? And, and I felt like they almost wanted me to slip up at times. If you want someone to learn, I feel like there's a way for you to do it without making them feel small or making them feel like, when someone's over you, it's hard for you to learn anything, right? Because you're always on edge. You always feel like you're doing something wrong. And I just hated being in that environment. Most people who know me, at least I like to believe, I am a friendly person, nice, kind. So I just expect that in return. Not saying everyone's going to do that, but I felt like, especially as a student, you would have more compassion. At least that's what I was hoping for. Unfortunately, I didn't get it with this person. That's okay. It was all a learning experience, I believe. I was just glad that the 2 weeks were over. I will say that. But again, the workers were phenomenal. I could ask them anything. If I made mistakes, which I did, they were there to
help me, give me some encouragement. Because trust me, there were days besides the actual environment with that one person, there were days I was like, no, this ain't for me. You know, oh my gosh, did I hurt somebody? Was a tourniquet on too tight? Or like if I didn't invert enough, like I feel like I inverted like 20 plus times just so I just didn't want anyone to come back on my account. So we were required to complete 100 sticks. Yeah. No. There wasn't, no, I take that back. So there wasn't a specific number we had to require. We had this packet though that we had to complete. And I think it was it about 40? But again, there wasn't any specific number. But the whole thing was get as many sticks as you can. The more sticks, you know what I mean, that will help you, hopefully. It's funny, the amount of people who are afraid of getting stuck. Again, somebody, you know, you may be looking at this video from the very beginning like, wow, why would you want to take a short-term course knowing that you'll be sticking people and seeing blood? I don't get scared off of seeing blood. Like, mind you, again, I don't ever see myself being a nurse or a doctor. I bow down to anybody in that profession, even a CNA, a tech, trust me. But like adults, no shade, but it was just funny to me how, you know, people in there were like, I had this one patient, she was shaken at the thought of, you know, needles going into her. Like, she was really having nerves. And also, me being a student, you know, I was surprised that a lot of people gave me the opportunity to perform on them. You know what I mean? I thought that, you know, a lot of people would be like, no, that I wouldn't have finished that packet. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people would have been like, nah, I'm good. Let me do it with a professional. But a lot of people gave me a chance. And I think it has something to do with the location I was at. Like, there was a Kaiser nearby. There was a hospital down the street. So there were a lot of nurses who came through the door so they could understand, like, they were in my shoes, you know, needed the experience at one point. I got a lot of that. And, you know, there were just some people who were like, hey, yeah, sure, why not? So that's one thing that I was grateful for. There were times I was like, man, why did you say no? Because I'm just scared, you know what I mean? You don't want to hurt anybody. But I'm glad that, you know, I went through the clinical experience. You know, you learn a lot about people. You learn about the people who you'll potentially work with. You know, you learn a lot. Not only what you're there for, but, you know what I mean? You learn more about yourself too. And that was pretty dope. So that is it. My externship is over. Oh my gosh. I walked out the door and I started jumping. I had to stop though because somebody was walking. When I left that building, I was screaming under my mask. I mean, just so elated that this is over. It's been a learning experience. And all I can say is I just thank God. God has brought me through this. Like, y'all, these 2 weeks. But I've learned a lot. The patients have been, it's surprising. As much as I was a student, I got a lot of opportunities. Not many stopped me from performing phlebotomy, but they're very, very encouraging and very supportive. Y'all, it is done this weekend. I don't know how I'm gonna act, but I'm just so grateful to God. Like, my first day, I never thought I would see day 10 of this thing, and here I am, and I thank God. I thank God. Okay, so that's it. Not quite. So, again, my test was November 18th, and the following was Thanksgiving week. So, of course, we had that week off. Many people were like, why do you still have class? Even to this day, we all were like, why do we still have class after that? But we still had to go over our clinical experience after that. But yeah, we had Thanksgiving break, and after break, or right before, I received some news.
Y'all, good morning. Oh my God. I have been up for like 30 minutes. And, just decided to look at my email finally. Scrolling down. And I get a message from my instructor. I passed! It said, congratulations, you passed your CPT exam with a 95%. Bragging rights? Yes. I did it! Oh my God! Wow, like I'm certified. Like this is done. Like, I mean, I just have 1 week of class. Like right now, I'm recording this with Thanksgiving 2 days away. Y'all, I am a phlebotomist. Oh my gosh, it's so crazy. Wow. It's so crazy. I'm sitting in the office and it dawned on me, I'm sitting here and I'm a whole phlebotomist. Y'all, this is it. Okay, I'm gonna see what I can record this last night of class.
I did it. Class is over. I'm certified. Y'all, I did it. And I am just so grateful. I am thankful to God. He truly carried me through this. It's amazing. And I'm so glad that I was able to capture it. I know some of you, this is a surprise, but trust me, it was all for good reason. I wanted to dedicate this moment just to focus on something new. Again, I had no clue how I would feel, but I'm glad I saw it through. And my biggest thing, and I hope that you get it as well, is that try whatever you want to try. Do it. Whatever that thing that is on your mind. You know what it is. You know exactly what it is, what you want to do. Go for it. Go for it and try it out. And there's nothing wrong with trying something. And if you learn that it's not for you, it's okay to step away from it. It is absolutely okay. Don't feel like you have to commit to something wholeheartedly and feel like, you know what I mean, that you made it. I think that puts too much pressure on us. But I strongly believe that you can do whatever you want to do. Sky is the limit. Like with me, I can add CPT to my name. You know, I'm not stuck to one box. I'm a journalist, an author, a writer, a phlebotomist now, and the list will go on and it will, grow. And so I'm multifaceted, I'm multidimensional because of this experience, and I'm just so proud of myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just ever look back and you accomplish something and you're like, I did it. And I'm someone who swears up and down I would never go into the medical field. I'm not about that life. At one point, you know what I mean? I wanted to be a doctor years ago, but for me to do this, I know circling back and telling you all, it has been a joy. It's been a joy just telling people because they wouldn't expect it. It's come as a surprise. I just know I can think about the people who I've told and the ones who stand out to me, their reactions were priceless, absolutely priceless. And it wasn't, I didn't do that for them. I didn't do it for any accolade or praise. Again, it was just like, I wanted to learn something new, something short term, and, gain some money by doing it. You know what I mean? And I did it. And I just think that's so dope. You know what I mean? Like, how much... It's just amazing when you just set your mind on something and you do it. You know what I mean? And another thing is, this isn't a career change. I know that may be going in your mind for those who know me, but it's not. I believe that this phlebotomy experience is a bridge to me fulfilling my dreams, some other way. With practicing, I'm able to gain more income, another stream of income. It will help me move around more, different places, different, cities, different states, you know what I mean? it's a bridge. Take it as a bridge, but it's just a temporary change for me. But you know what I mean? I can say that I was a phlebotomist in my lifetime. I think that's just so cool. Sticking people. You may be like, Nicole, you're crazy. But I don't know. I just think like, because nobody would expect it to, it's so, wow. I can't believe I did it. I really can't believe it. Like, starting September 20th and finishing December 1st, and to be certified. Y'all. So that's amazing. And then, I met people, great people along the way. Like I said, in my clinical experience, for the most part, everybody was just so gracious and so wonderful. I met new people. I learned how, other work environments, how people work together. There are some people who just, not your cup of tea, or you don't mesh well. You just got to learn how to work with them. That's one thing I had to learn. And, I met people, different patients. You know what I mean? You can't look at someone and judge what type of person they are. Like, everybody has their different story that they're coming with, whether they told me, because some did, or some it's just written all over them. Not saying that they were sickly or anything, but just people that you just they have a story to tell, and that everyone's coming in there for a specific reason, to draw blood. You know what I mean? I mean, to get blood work done. But it's just interesting, a different type of people that you meet. And I know that this experience, that material, learning new people and learning their stories, is going to take me. This is all for a purpose. And I believe it, that God presented phlebotomy in the way that he did. Like, I go back to 2020, beginning of it. And when I researched about it first, I somehow stumbled upon that false fact of me having to have a medical degree for a reason. Maybe, with the pandemic coming up, I would be discouraged. If I did, follow through, or didn't stumble upon that false fact, that, the pandemic would have just deterred my whole intention of pursuing it, and maybe I just never would have done it again. You know what I mean? God just works in mysterious ways. And for it to come the following year falling back into my lap, I can't help but to think that that was all of his doing. So I am very thankful for God for that. I thank all of you for the congratulations in advance. I appreciate it. And please share this video with so many people. You never know. I hope to inspire people, encourage them by this whole experience. Like, I know that it wasn't just for me. I strongly believe that I had to go through this for someone else to realize that they can do it. Go for it. Whatever it is, the sky and beyond is the limit. Go for it. Do it. And you got this. You absolutely do. So with that, I feel so honored, so humbled, so happy to finally announce and to say out loud that I am officially a phlebotomist.